another edition of the another edition of the class, talking about um, the business class as powered by yes, as powered by Business Sense Digest. It's my pleasure to be coming your way on this beautiful and wonderful morning. We'll have before us a very important subject matter. It's important because you know already that on this show, everything that will help your business move forward, we are up for helping you with them. As we come across experiences, I will share them, not necessarily to brag or not necessarily to cast aspersion at any business. But the whole idea is to be able to pick out the lessons that we need to pick from them in order for you to be able to have a business that you can be proud of. All right, because our intention on this for doing this class is to be able to empower entrepreneurs, build globally profitable, as well as relevant brand. Something happened recently that informed putting together of this or considering this particular topic. I remember some years ago I signed up for one of the telecoms program. All right, I signed up for it. It's actually this there. All right, so I signed up for it. All right, but unfortunately for me, because I didn't have much information about how it works, I didn't sign up the right one, or maybe that was the only option that was available at that time. So recently, I had the need to want to use it, only for me to discover that it's actually different from what I can actually use. And so I reached out to the customer care of that particular telecoms company and made a request, all right, which they referred me to their WhatsApp channel. Interestingly, the first person I called referred me to a WhatsApp channel that was not official. I'd already filled certain information. I hope they don't use that information that I filled to do something that is not right. So I also filled another one sent only for me to realize that they sent another channel that is now the official WhatsApp channel. And I filled up and I submitted the information that they asked me to submit. Only for me to send the information, and it's taking almost forever for them to respond. Whether they are working on it, they kept mute for days. All right, they were not saying anything. Only for me to reach out to their call center and lay the complaint. The first person didn't get a proper information, so the person kept me online for a couple of minutes and hung up the call on me. And the second person also kept me online, but this time around, the second person had a current and proper information, and so the person was able to help out. Guess what happened? Only for me to now suddenly start messages from the WhatsApp channel, blah blah blah, that they've received my complaint, blah blah blah. They were just saying all kinds of things, lying to themselves, and all of that. I remembered also having another interesting experience with an organization, a religious organization. I had need for a query, all right, an inquiry. So I made an inquiry. Only for that inquiry, it took. I can't remember if they actually responded. You understand? And this is becoming one thing too many. Becoming one thing too many. And interestingly, a lot of organizations will be wondering moving forward. A lot of organizations will be wondering why they are putting in efforts. You understand, and you're not getting results. They are putting in so much money, spending so much. When I mean so much, when you see how people brag, how people talk about what they spend on advertisement, you would wonder. You'll be expecting that their sales or their revenue would have skyrocketed, but unfortunately, that isn't the case most times. And they are quick to blame people. They are quick to blame the people who are helping them with those ads, forgetting that they too didn't do their homework well. One of the things I've realized and why this is important is the fact that your contact channel could be the reason why you're not making the kind of sales you should make. The contact channel. And I'm not, this class is not for everybody. This class is for the open-minded. This class is for those who truly are interested in helping their businesses grow. And so if you are interested in helping your businesses grow, then this is actually for you. The truth of the matter is that your contact channel can actually make or be one of the reasons why your business is not doing well. You understand? Now, imagine my experience with talking about the first story I gave. I want to believe that's also part of the experience, because part of the experience that others might have had. You understand? You know. And interestingly, this is just a very simple thing to do. The other person made this very simple. The other person I later spoke to, because I had to recall the call center again. And the person just said that they are sorry, just got an information that you suspended that particular service of migrating. That is all. That would have been all that the first person would have told me and not hung up. If I had got offended, I would have just called out, of course, calling out brands and organizations, especially in this time and age, is very easy to do. And before you know it, before you get yourself involved in all kinds of damage control, a lot of damages would have been made to your brand. And because what will happen now is that a lot of people who have issues before, who are facing similar issue with yours, what they will now come to do, they will now everybody will now suddenly come out and begin to talk. You understand? So it is important that you pay attention to the channels that you have in place for the purpose of contacting your business. And when I talk about contact, when I talk about contact channel or contact center, I'm not only referring to the big businesses, I'm also referring to even the sole proprietorship in nature kind of business, one-man business you may want to call that, most people may want to call it. It's important that your contact details, your contact channels are active. It's very, very important. Because one fact and the current reality is the fact that one of the easiest ways of customers slipping out of your business are through your contacts. You'll be shocked at your contact, because as at that time where people need to have certain redress, or when people need to really contact your business to be able to air out their minds, or to be able to make inquiries, or to be able to get something done, they are nowhere to be found. What will naturally happen is that they will just slip away. Naturally slip away. So what does it mean to have an effective contact channel? When I talk about contact channel, I'm simply talking about the channels through which people can contact your business. The channels through which people can contact your business or your businesses. The channels through which people can contact your businesses. It could be through social media. It could be through WhatsApp. It could be through email. It could be through a direct phone call. All right. The channels through people can be able to reach your business are what I'm referring to as your contact channels. And so it is important that you have not just a contact channel, but it's important that you have an effective contact channels in place if you want to run a successful business, if you want to run a successful business. So an effective contact channel can help you achieve the following. Number one, it can help you increase your conversion and sales rate. It can help you increase your conversion and sales rate. That's number one. Number two is the fact that it can help you interact with people. It can help you interact with people easily. All right. People can be able to interact with your businesses easily. Apart from, you can be able to get the feedback that you need to be able to improve any aspect of your business. Any aspect of your business with the right contact channels in place, people can be able to reach out to your business, all right, to be able to maybe give you necessary feedbacks, because the truth of the matter is that sometimes you need these feedbacks to be able to know you're doing something right or you're not doing something right. It's very important. Besides that, also an effective contact channel can help you resolve issues promptly before they escalate. Then also it helps you build trust and as well as credibility. So what then is even an effective channel, an effective contact channel? What's an effective contact channel? The truth of the matter is that as a business, an effective contact channel is any medium that you have in place that you have the capacity to manage. That you have the capacity to be able to manage. That you have the capacity to manage. Any medium you have in place that you have the capacity to manage is your contact channel. And I have my reasons for really defining this, because what I've seen with most businesses is that because other people are doing it, we too want to do it. You understand? Because of this, in quotes, this misunderstood motivational, I call it motivational statement, that if you want to become successful, do what successful people do. But the truth of the matter is that I've come to also understand by practice that a lot of people copy haphazardly. What I'm simply talking about is that a lot of people, they don't copy whole, they just copy partly. You understand? And as a result of that, they're not able to get the kind of result that they ought to command or to get. You understand? So that other people are doing certain things does not mean that you should do it, because they may succeed at it and you may not succeed. Why? Because they are doing it completely, while you may not have a total grip of all of the entirety of the things that they do. As a result of that, you're not getting the kind of result you ought to get. So for me, an effective channel for you is the medium that you have adopted, that you have the capacity to be able to manage. When I talk about having the capacity to be able to manage, you have, for example, you have the right set of persons or person to be able to man that particular channel, and that particular channel is always open and active. That for me is an effective channel that you should have. But if you want me to make suggestions, I could make suggestions, especially suggestions for our time. You understand? For our time, or for times like this. You understand? For example, an effective means of contact or an effective means of communication as far as business is concerned today is your WhatsApp contact, having a WhatsApp channel in place. Now, when I talk about having WhatsApp channel in place, I don't know about you, but something in me does not really sit well with the idea of having an autoresponder without a follow-up or without a backup human response. Something in me does not sit well. So if you must have a WhatsApp channel in place, ensure that even if you have autoresponders should just only fit in, should just only stand in, but ensure that at least within 20 or maximum 30 minutes, someone is also talking to the person in real time. Otherwise, if all they keep to responders are automated messages, People want to deal with real humans. People don't want to deal with what do you call it now? With people don't just want to deal with autoresponders, with robots. People want to deal with real humans because there are questions that they may want to ask that because it is not programmed, even it is not programmed into the autoresponder may not be able to have answers to them. And if you're not careful, you may lose sales, or the person may lose interest in the process. So you want to ensure you have an active WhatsApp contact. Another very important is social media. Social media, for example, you can have your Instagram. All right, you can have your Instagram. You can also have your Telegram or for Facebook. But here's the thing. Like I mentioned earlier, adopt the channel that you have the capacity to manage, and not just to manage, but to manage it well. And this is not the idea of wanting to be on every channel. You understand? If you're going to be on every channel, here's my candid advice to you. If you're going to be on every channel, ensure you have someone that can manage it, or set of people that can manage them, and that they are doing the job in real time, and they're doing the job effectively. Don't go and have channel where you are the only one that is in the business. You now have an arm, you have a presence on Facebook, you have a presence on Telegram, you have a presence on LinkedIn, you have a presence on Instagram, you have a presence on TikTok. It may be difficult for you to manage these channels effectively. Therefore, have mediums, be on mediums that you can effectively or have the capacity to manage. Then you can have direct call number. You understand? It depends on the environment that you're in. A lot of people would prefer to just put call across or maybe send text messages. You understand? Because for calls are in real time. You don't have answering machines answering them. Calls are in real time. You understand? Even for those telecom companies or those call centers that you call and maybe an answering machine answers for a while, they usually will patch you through to a call representative. Do you understand? And people would want to do that. You understand? Because there are certain issues that they may want to report that these responders may not be able to have answers to. You understand? Then you may have email as well. But for email, ensure you are the type that is very active when it comes to emails. Otherwise, there might be no need for that. So what makes a contact center or a contact channel effective? Number one is prompt response. Aside that, also ability to be able to solve issues in real time. Aside that also is the fact that ability to correctly answer queries. These are the sort of things that actually will help your contact channel become very, very effective. What are some of the things you need to avoid as we move on? What are some of the things you need to avoid as we move on, or as you put your contact channels in place? What are some of the things you need to avoid? Number one, over-reliance on automation. You need to avoid that. Avoid over-reliance on automation. Avoid it. Avoid over-reliance on automation. Automation is good, but avoid over-reliance on it. In this day, you'll be shocked that a lot of people have questions they want to ask, and they want someone in real time that can answer them. All right? Aside that, also, don't put phone numbers that are not always available. Or that it's taking forever for someone to respond to them. Don't have those kinds of numbers. If maybe you reside in a place, your business is resided in a place where the particular number, maybe the coverage has not gotten to that place. Why not have something else that the network coverage to that place is good? You understand that the network there is good enough for calls to come through. All right, have that kind of so that is it. Aside that, also putting in charge someone who cannot answer questions. Putting in charge someone who cannot answer questions, or who is not trained is counterproductive. You understand? That is why, like I mentioned earlier, don't just have a contact channel in place for the purpose of having it in place. No, have a contact channel in place that you actually meant. You understand? That can be able to also help you get the job done in real time for you to be able to get the desired results. All right. So it's very, very important. Aside that, also having contacts channels in place for the purpose of having it. I have also mentioned. I've also mentioned that. So you know, your contact channels, I mentioned that before, are gateways. They are gateways to your businesses, or are one of the touch points even to your businesses. There are some people that may not work if you have a physical address, that may not walk through the doors to your business, but they can go through your contact channels to be able to make their inquiries and also make their purchases. Therefore, it is important that your contact channels are effective. They are effective if you want them to deliver such kinds of results to you. So what then should you do to have an effective contact channels in place as a business? Number one is have in place only what you can manage. Have in place only what you can manage. Let me also add this. Have in place a medium that can be easily used, that is easily or can be easily used by the people of that locality. You understand? That can be easily used by the people in that locality. Let me also add this too. Talking about locality. Also, have someone on ground that can mount those channels, that is capable of speaking the languages of those people. If you find yourself in a French-speaking environment, it will not be totally advisable for you to go get someone who is not fluent in French, but can only speak English. It's important for you to have someone who can both speak English and also French, so that should the person uses French, the person uses French, this or the person on the other hand that is managing or manning at the contact channel can be able to effectively answer and respond to them. It's very, very important. Aside that, also it's important for you to have in place only what you can manage. I've mentioned that. Then on number two, it's also for you to equip properly those you are saddling with the responsibilities of managing these call centers or managing these contact channels. You understand? So it's important for you to equip them, give them the necessary equipping, equip them, teach them how to interact with people. Because not many people are knowledgeable, or not many people are trained in the act of communication. You understand? Especially public communication. All right. So it's important that you teach people how to properly communicate, acquaint them with the rules and regulation, with the modes of operation, equip them with knowledge, sound knowledge, equip them both technical knowledge and the business aspect of the business. Also equip them with up-to-date information as to what is happening. Because there are sometimes you call certain call centers and they're not able to respond to you, like the other lady that hung up. Even later I got to realize that, hey, the reason why she hung up is because she didn't know what the true position of things are. And of course, because she didn't want to maybe want to exaggerate or want to embarrass herself, she decided to hang up. That's just my conclusion. You understand? But the other person was able to tell me the true position of things because she is up to date with information. You understand? So it's important that you equip with information. Train. Whoever you're going to do, train. Even if you are the one that's going to be handling, learn it. Learn, how do I respond to people? When someone is saying hello on the other side, how do I respond without sounding aggressive? You understand? Even in the face of provocation, how do I respond in a way that there's a bit of emotional intelligence in it, in order for me not to further aggravate the person, so that we can be able to so that it can be a win-win situation at the end of the day. all of these things in the place of trainings, you are able to put all of these things in place. All right. Aside that, also work on your response time. Work on your response time. Make it real time as possible as you can. Make it real time. What some wise organizations will do is that they stipulate time that you can call their call centers. They stipulate time. You can say maybe during office hours, you can call them. So if you call them past office hours, the phone may be switched off. You may be able to reach them by email, but you may not be able to get a response until it is during working hours. You can be able to put that in place. That way, you are able to manage situations so that people know that if I call between this time and this time, I'll be able to get a response. Then in all you do, ensure that excellence guide everything that you do. In all you do, ensure that excellence characterize all you do if you want to record success. You understand? So I want you to note that, let me also remind you once again that your contact channels are also gateways through which people can get into your business. And whether or not they buy or not buy is also determined by how they were handled. So if I were you, I'll be able to ensure, I'll be able to put mechanisms in place that will be able to guarantee my chances of getting the sales needed for my business to move to the next level. So I hope you've learned something today. All right. I hope you've learned something today. Feel free, share this with as many as possible. Also inform others that there is a class that happens every Saturday, all right, 10 a.m. West African time. All right. And I'm excited that you joined, and I'm excited that you have learned one or two things. All right. Feel free to leave in the comment section what stood out to you. If you have also further addition to what I've mentioned, you can also share. Let's get to interact. I would really love to hear from you. All right. How this entire class is adding value to you. All right. I would love to hear from you. All right. So until I come your way again, I want you to know this before I go, that the Business Sense Digest, the business magazine that is on its mission to empower you to build globally profitable and relevant brand, is officially out. It's officially out. And guess what? It is actually for free. You understand? So, but the only condition for getting the magazine is that you need to belong to the Business Sense community. Therefore, if you want to be part of the Business Sense community, just type, "I want to be part of the community." All right. And I'll reach out to you and also send you the link for you to be part of it. All right. The belonging to the community is also free. You understand? So that is that. So thank you very much. Dr. Simon Marchi is my name. I'm your business branding coach and strategist, and I'm the publisher of the magazine, the Business Sense Digest. Until I come your way again, keep doing business, keep making profit, and most importantly, keep living the limitless life. Very, very importantly, I want to be the first to wish you a happy new month. Until I come your way again, have a pleasant weekend. God bless you. Bye for now.